be starting off with the political update on the governorship election that will be happening in Edo and Ondo State. Ahead of the off-cycle governorship elections in Edo and Ondo State, as well as the 2027 general elections, the Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room and Section have called for a review of the Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) between the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and the National Union of Road Transport Workers (NURTW) over the movement of election materials and personnel for the elections. This is contained in the Logistics Project report of the November 11 governorship election in Kogi State, presented by Executive Director in the section Ambassador Eniola Ko and other officials of the organizations in Abuja. The report, supported by the British Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, also urged that security agents be given their feeding allowance prior to the election day, as done with the poll workers, to strengthen the discharge of their responsibilities. The MOU signed between INEC and the National Union of Road Transport Workers should include penalties admissible in the court of law and punishable by fines and imprisonment, Cole said. A former president of Sierra Leone has been called in for questioning by police over recent attacks that officials say was a failed coup. The police summoned ex-president Ernest Boy Koroma to his headquarters for questioning on the failed attempted coup on November 26. Information Minister Chenoba said in a statement, Koroma, who led the West African nations for 11 years until 2018, has been asked to appear at the Criminal Investigations Department in the capital, Freetown, within 24 hours. The Information Ministry said his summons follows the early arrest of his former security aide. Dozens of gunmen launched a brazen attack last month in Freetown, during which they broke into Sierra Leone's key armory and into a prison, freeing most of the more than 2,000 inmates. At least 18 members of the security forces were killed during the clashes, while more than 50 suspects, including military officials, have been arrested so far. Although he is officially retired from politics, Koroma remains an influential figure within his political party and often hosts prominent politicians in his hometown of Mekene. The majority leader of the Benue State House of Assembly, Sata Tiesa, has raised the alarm over the crisis rocking the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the state, saying it has fractionalized the state assembly. He, however, noted that he could not confirm if the House was divided along the lines of the pro-Akume and pro-Aliyo factions. The majority leader, who spoke in Makurdi against the backdrop of the recent 3-month suspension, slammed on 4 members of the assembly who were leaders of the group of 22, or G22 in the assembly, insisted that the House was not in crisis. The 7 votes of the Speaker were caught across the APC and the PDP. It was an alliance, and on the other hand, out of the 15 votes, 14 are APC, 1 is Labour Party. So from the APC sometimes they feel disgruntled, but nobody is being victimized. They feel that we have collaborated with the PDP to form the leadership, and that is why there is tension in the House. For those supporting the Speaker, we believe if he gets the right support and supports the governor, the state will move forward. And in Lagos State, the Lagos High Court sitting in Ikeja has sentenced Wahab Ahmed, the ward leader of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the Surulere local government area of the state, to a 1-year jail term, or in the alternative, a fine of 1 million naira. Justice Ismail Ijelu sentenced the defendant after convicting him on a 2-count charge of conspiracy and bribery. At his arraignment, the EFCC prosecutor Samuel Daji told the court that on February 25, 2023, the defendant conspired with one Segun Ijitola, who is still at large, to corrupt to corruptly pay bribe to voters during the 2023 presidential and National Assembly elections. Daji said that if the defendant committed the offense at Unit 8, Baja Girls Junior High School in Surulere. The offences contravene the provision of Section 121 of 1 and 5, 121 of 1 and 1 of 3 of the Electoral Act 2022. Minister of Power Bayo Adelabu has announced his intention to return to the All Progressive Congress. The minister, prelude to the 2023 governorship elections in Oyo State, dumped the APC to contest on the platform of the Accord Party. However, in a letter dated December 6, an address to the state chairman and leaders of the party in Oyo State, Adelabu stated that he will officially announce the return at a ceremony to be held at the APC Secretariat in Ukeado on December 15, 2023. He said, as a serving Minister of Power of the Federal Republic of Nigeria under President Tinubu-led administration, he looks forward to a robust working relationship with the state executive, party leaders, and entire party members towards achieving the renewed hope agenda of the President and the party at large, and in particular in installing an APC-led government at the state level in 2027 for an unprecedented development of Oyo State. Right now, we'll be taking a quick break, and when we come back, Political Update continues. Thank you for staying with us. It is still Political Update on Ogun State Television. The drama playing out in Zimbabwe's main opposition party could something out of affairs as it faces by-election this weekend with the possibilities of its candidate missing from the ballot. The Citizens Coalition for Change, CCC, was left bruised after August election, alleging irregularities after the president, Emerson Mnangagwa, and his Zenu-Proof Party won. But winning more than 100 of the 280 seats in the parliament, it denied the ruling party of two-thirds majority that would enable it to change the constitution. Then the CCC seemed to turn on itself in a startling move that started to expel or recall some of its own members of parliament, something that prompted a by-election. And election campaigns have concluded in Egypt ahead of the three-day polling period set to start on Sunday. Incumbent Abdul Fattah al-Sisi is seeking a third term as an independent candidate despite a 2018 pledge that it would not vie again. It came to power a decade ago through a coup. Two of the presidential contestants, Azim Omar and Farid Zaran, are perceived as al-ISIS allies, leading to some to brand the election a sham. The fourth candidate, Abdul Sanad Yamama, heads Al-Fahub, Egypt's oldest political party, and has promised to save the struggling economy. The election in Africa's third most populous country has been overshadowed by the war in neighboring Gaza. Economic concerns are also at rise amid a cost of living crisis. Egyptians living abroad already cast their vote between 1 and 3 December. President Sisi is predicted to win by a landslide similar to the previous two elections. Rights groups have accused him of stifling democracy. And in Tanzania, some Tanzanians have expressed concern over the whereabouts of Vice President Philip Pango, who was not being seen in public for over a month. He was due at a science conference in Wednesday in Arusha but instead was represented by a cabinet minister. His disappearance from public view has sparked rumors about his health. But Prime Minister Kazim Majaliwa has warned against such speculation, saying the Vice President was out of the country for official duties. This is not the first time there have been rumors about the state of the Vice President's health. Before becoming Vice President, Mr. Pango, 66, has served as Finance Minister under the previous President, John Magufuli, who died in office in March 2021. Mr. Pango was last seen in public on 31st October while representing President Samia Suluhu Hassan during a virtual meeting of leaders from the Southern African Development Community. Now moving on to Sierra Leone, a former president of Sierra Leone has been called in for questioning by police over recent attacks that officials say was a failed coup. The police summoned ex-president Ernest Bai Koroma to his headquarters for questioning on the failed attempt to coup on November 26. Information Minister Chanu Bar says in a statement, Koroma, who led the West African nation for 11 years until 2018, has been asked to appear at the Criminal Investigation Department in the capital, Freetown, within 24 hours. The Information Ministry said. His summons follows the earlier arrest of his former security aide. Dozens of gunmen launched a brazen attack last month in Freetown, during which they broke into Sierra Leone's key armory and into a prison, freeing most of the more than 2,000 inmates, and at least 18 members of the security forces were killed during the clashes, while more than 50 suspects, including military officers, have been arrested so far. Although he has officially retired from politics, Koroma remains an influential figure within his political party and often hosts prominent politicians in his hometown of Makeni. Thank you very much for watching Political Update today on Ogun State Television, and that is all for today. Thank you for watching. We'll be seeing you next week. My name is Lara Emmanuel.